Live from Scottsdale, Arizona. I'm TJ3, and I'm here with.
My name's Sharon.
Danielle. Nicole.
So, what's the difference between a girlfriend and a wife,
Ooh,
That's a hard question.
in your opinion?
Trust and I don't know, loyalty.
yeah. I mean, there's commitment there. A girlfriend and wife. Here. I feel like a man make a commitment is a big deal. So I feel like putting that ring on that finger solidifies like you as a wife and partner. But does a marriage certificate really make anything different? Not much. I think that's more of just the relationship between that you have.
Do you think girlfriends should get wife material, but not being a wife per se?
I mean, I don't think you have to have a marriage certificate to have like a good relationship with somebody. I think yes, that helps, but like I don't think I think the commitment helps people, but it's not. It doesn't have to be. I think that's based on the individual people.
Gotcha.
Here, you take that.
What about you?
No, I don't know. I mean, I feel
Oh,
like
so you're actually married.
I'm getting married.
Getting married. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I feel like I've been doing wifely duties for the past 5 years already.
So you've been already doing wifey duties as the girlfriend.
Yeah.
In the girlfriend stage.
I mean, we lived together like before marriage, which I actually think is a great idea.
Okay.
because
So why is that a great idea, real quick?
you have to test the car before you buy it. You know?
Great.
Yeah. No, I feel like back then, everyone waited to live together until they were married, and then you realize, oh my god, I hate the way they do this,
Right.
and I don't know. I just feel like it's easier to work on things beforehand, and then you get to see like, okay, I can live with this for the rest of my life, or this is what I will put up with, this is what I won't put up with. So, I mean, we take turns doing stuff. It's not like I do everything, but he has to do husband things too.
Yeah.
He takes out the
course.
trash, and I'll cook, and he does the dishes. It's fine.
Okay, so it's kind of like in terms of the house duties, it's kind of 50-50
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Sweet. What's the sweetest thing someone has done for you? It could be anybody, parents, boyfriend, sister.
Watching my baby,
Okay.
so I can work full time. That's the
Sweet.
sweetest thing.
That's I agree with that.
I feel like the sweetest thing, definitely like postpartum for women, like your husband taking care of you as you're having a baby is a big deal.
That's a
If
big
they
deal.
can be there for you and everything like that, that's a lot.
I agree with that. That's a big deal. What about you?
I think keeping it fun. I think, being married and having kids changes your life. But I think in a marriage, it's about fun still. So I think for me, like if my husband surprises us with a weekend, has things set up for the kids to go to and has our own plans, I think it just keeps you young and keeps it interesting and keeps the allure going and keeps the
Alright.
romance going. I think it's
Yeah.
very, very important.
Sweet.
Gotta
So
still have fun.
is romance a big deal
Yeah.
for you ladies
Yes.
in a
It
relationship?
helps. Like, you want to still feel like you're not just like a mom or a wife.
Not just
like,
roommates.
You wanna just, like,
Right.
roommates. You
Right.
want to, you put a little like effort in.
Alrighty. Sweet.
I think a drunk night with your husband
Oh,
versus
great.
just being a parent is
Yeah.
very much needed.
So, what are two pros and two cons of social media?
Temptation is a con, or
So that's one con. What's another con?
comparison and what you think life should be like, what you see everybody's highlights
That's true.
versus day to day,
I
what
agree
life
with
is
that.
really like.
What about you?
For like pros, I guess, about social media.
We can see your pros, but what about you?
For cons or pros?
Let's start with pros.
Okay, I guess I don't love social media all the time, but like you do get to interact with people. There's a lot more like networking with people, and also I think it puts a lot of stuff out there like that you can learn from others. But like when I go on TikTok and Instagram, you find like recipes. We've just visited Scottsdale. This is everywhere we've been. I found from being on like TikTok, like oh that looks cool. That's a cool place. Like let's try that out. So that's always nice.
Sweet. That's one. What's your second one?
Another pro, I mean, love everything about social media because
Right,
I feel like
right.
sometimes you get a little disconnected, and that's definitely a con. I think sometimes you can just sit and scroll on your phone for hours, and it's like you're not
Just
really living.
Track.
Yeah, you can lose track of time and not like actually experience things. And it's like even now, like you want to take videos of things because you want to capture it, and like you might put it on your social media, but it's like sometimes you just want to live in the moment.
Live in the moment. I was just
Yeah.
talking about that yesterday.
Living in the moment is
Right.
like nice. Like before, And I also think this younger generation, like they know nothing about not having social media
Right.
or like not even having a cell phone, you know? Like
Right.
so it's like so different that this is the world we live in now where everything's connected. It'll be interesting to see like when my daughter's growing up how it'll be.
Yeah. Two cons. We'll get to your
Cons.
pros. Was
Yeah.
two cons.
Another con. That was disconnected. What else can I say? Another con.
We're supposed to do one pro.
I did
Another
pro.
pro.
Being connected, but then
Being
also
con-
being disconnected.
Okay, that's a half and half.
half
Okay.
and half.
Gotcha. Okay.
Definitely the negative of social media is definitely for, I feel like just you see comparison, just like she said, comparison out there. It's like you see everything that you think that you should be, and like then it's not real life, you
Right.
know. It's not always real life. I love when you see posts of women like that working out and they have the picture of the perfect body, but then they show you it's just the way they post.
Right.
That's my favorite. Like they show you, no, I am not this like completely together person, and then they keep it real and they show, nope, this is me unposed. Like it's nice.
Perfect.
Instagram versus reality.
What are your two pros?
Two is hard, but I feel like one is.
Let's do one. Let's do
Okay.
one. Let's do one.
I think like I guess it's kind of like affirmations. Like you see like the little videos that I think me and my husband will send to each other throughout the day, and it's like
Little memes.
like
and
yeah,
stuff.
like little memes and videos that like we'll send, and it's like, oh, that is how I feel about you, or you are my calm, or you know, I don't know. I think that like keeps us engaged throughout the day if we have nothing to talk about. It's
Yeah.
little funny things to make you realize how good you have it with each other, and oh, he does think that about me, even though I think he thinks I'm annoying. Or, and then
Nice.
another one, I don't know. That's all I got.
Perfect. What about you?
I have a lot
One
of time to
pro.
think,
Let's
but I
do
don't
one
know.
pro, one con.
Okay. A con, I guess I would say, like, everyone always posts, like, they're so happy and, like, I have the best life, but, like, you really don't know what's going on behind closed doors. So I feel like people, like, falsify things. Like, I don't know. I feel like even, like, relationship-wise, like, you'll see people posting, like, oh, this is the best husband ever or whatever, but you really know, like, that is not true. I don't know. So I feel like people try to like falsify it and like act like their life is so like happy-go-lucky and everything just for social media because they don't want people to see like the truth or the negative thing, you know, the negative side, of
Yeah.
things. But I would say a pro of social media. It's hard. Like, is there really a pro of social media? I don't know. I mean, I feel like I learn a lot from the internet, like how to even like being a mom, like different tips and tricks, like how to get by all like sleeping and all that stuff, like with your baby, recipes. I don't know. I think it's just an easier way to learn new things. Like you're not.
seeing people,
Yeah,
like,
I don't know.
ideas.
A lot more resources,
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
That's a hard one. I'm trying to
Perfect.
think. There's another one. I don't
Sweet. Nice.
I don't know.
So, are you all married?
Almost.
Oh,
In
almost.
a few days.
You're getting there.
Yeah.
Perfect. That's
Mhm.
close enough. So, this might be a hard question since you guys all in relationships, but does music and pop culture affect relationships? Like how we view it?
I don't know, because I can't imagine dating now. I think it's
Right,
completely
right.
different than
Yeah.
10 years ago.
Yeah.
I
Right.
can't imagine dating now and all the influences and the culture. The culture is completely different now.
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah.
It's like I met my husband, like we knew each other, and so it's like it's hard to think about meeting complete strangers.
Right.
Like I did do like the dating apps back then, but like I didn't have to be on the apps that long. Like I knew who my husband was beforehand. Like we just like ended up in the right place at the right time. So like dating a stranger to me is so weird. Like I wouldn't think to do that.
Right.
But like the apps definitely for this generation, like trying to meet people, it has to be hard. My brother's on the apps right now and he hates them. He hates them. He's trying to meet somebody, like, you know, he wants like a wife and kids one day, but like meeting the right person that wants the same thing is hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like I don't know, like
There's a lot of opinions and views these days. Like
Yeah.
I feel like everyone is just. I can't keep up with it, honestly.
Definitely. It's too much going on. Can't keep up.
Yeah, I don't know.
So, if you say your brother,
yeah.
if your brother wanted to find a wife, where do you think he should go to find one? It's not dating apps.
I don't know,
of
because I'm
course,
trying to
right?
help my brother-in-law, and I
Okay,
do not
so
know.
in
He's
the same
28, and
boat.
I have no idea.
I mean, I would love to be able to introduce him to somebody.
Yeah.
But the thing is, most of my friends are either getting married, or
Right.
like, you know, they're in relationships. So it's hard because like there's not always someone. Like it's in my mind, it's in the back of my mind when I think of people. But you know, I'm not single anymore. I don't have a lot of single friends anymore, so it's hard. Like, I don't know where to tell him to go, but he goes to the gym a lot. So,
Yeah.
like, he tries to meet people organically through, like, going to the gym, things that he likes. So, like, that I think is the best thing. Like, socialize, go out with your friends, try to meet people organically in your scene. Because he doesn't drink a lot either.
Yeah.
So, like, he, you know, tends to kind of just, like, chill, like, at places and
Yeah.
hang back. But it's hard to meet people that actually want what you actually want.
You can
Right.
see people in like their natural habitat. Like people hide behind their phones, like dating. Like you think you're talking to somebody, and you're like, "Oh, I
Right.
have all these similarities," but then like you meet them, you're like,
Hey,
Well, he
"This
also
is
is like
completely different than what I had expected." You know, like I feel like it's so much easier to meet somebody in person. Like, and obviously, like looks aren't everything, but like you know when you're physically attracted to someone right off the bat when you're out. You know what I mean?
on the dating app, I'm 6'1" and you meet him, he's like 5'.
That's
Yeah,
literally
I
what my
just
brother
can't
has
trust
said.
anybody.
He says he goes on the dating apps and they look a certain way, and then he's like, "Oh, they used a filter," like you know.
But
And that's not like to be like he's being insensitive, but it's just the truth.
But
like, we
also,
feel the
you
same
might
way.
you might be out somewhere and not that great of an not that of an attractive person might come up to you, start talking to you, and then if you do give them the time, you might realize like, oh,
Someone
I
that
have
you might
things
not have
in
In common
common,
with
like
that
somebody
person.
you're not gonna actually go for on a dating app. Like, and let's be real, everybody has a type,
People walk.
so people do have a type. So I feel like when you're out socializing, it is just easier to talk to somebody. You might give someone the time of day that way, and not on the dating app. You know,
Like my husband's balding. Like he's always been balding.
Yeah.
And
I might be
knows he's
balding soon,
balding.
so it's
He
okay.
knows he's balding. But like I met him that way, and I love him. It's a personality thing. Like
Yeah.
people, I think sometimes focus on the physical, but like he's an attractive guy. But like some girls won't date a bald guy, and I'm like, girl, you need to give people a chance.
Yeah.
Like so, like
It's
to me, like the
about who they
superficialness.
are.
Sometimes it's like you should like give people a chance, regardless of how they look on something.
Yeah, for sure. Nice. Last question. So it's January 17th. What's one thing you want to change for the year coming? This
Negative.
ongoing year.
I want to have
Like a New Year's resolution, even though it's the 17th.
I want to look more on the positive and not so much on like the negative aspect of things.
Okay.
Like I feel like I'm always like, well, what if this happens? Or instead of thinking more like positively. That's my goal.
All
Be
right.
more positive.
I think to live in the moment more. I think I'm always so task oriented between working full time and having kids and planning things that I think I don't take the time to enjoy the simple things with my kids or
Right.
take time to have date nights with my husband
Or a
and
girls trip, like
girls
we're doing.
trip.
Yeah, okay.
To live more in the
Nice.
moment and not focus on all the tasks.
Gotcha. What about you?
Me and my husband just did this. Like we did this for the year. Like make our goals for 2025.
Yeah,
Like and we have
perfect.
like there's a bunch of goals on there. But like personal goal for me for this year is just to be a more organized person. Like be more purposeful in my life and like I'm more the man. I feel like because I'm messier. Like he's very together. Like so I want to be more organized.
He kind of
and-
keeps the glue together.
He does. He
Yeah.
does. So I want to be a
You need
more
him.
organized person. I do. He's my guy. But like I want to be a more organized person and like be able to like keep things together more. I don't know how else to explain it. Like just like be on top of things more.
Nice.
Be purposeful with my time.
Perfect. Well said.
Yeah.
Thank you, ladies.
You're welcome.
Appreciate
Thank
it.